son-in-law and senior advisor just submitted revised financial disclosures detailing not only his extensive holdings, but multiple changes, including omissions of some of his most valuable holdings. Christina Leshy is out front for us. Christina, what have you found in these documents?
Yeah, these documents have just been released, so we're still going through them, but they're important because it's a way to hold Kushner accountable for possible conflicts of interest between his substantial financial assets and his position as one of the closest advisors to the president. Now, in this latest revision, Kushner added, as you noted, more than 70 holdings he says were inadvertently omitted from the previous form he filed. Now, some of these assets he already divested, but two of the omissions stood out to me because they happen to be among his most valuable assets. First, a tech company called Cadre, which is an elite crowdfunding platform. On the original form, we actually didn't see the name of the entity, just the holding company. And that's a problem because you can't assess conflicts without knowing the name of the asset. And in the new form, you see the company listed, and it has an interesting endnote. It's actually a recusal. It says Kushner can't participate in particular matters that would impact Cadre. Now, Kushner heads, as you know, the technology initiatives for the White House, so the recusal could limit some of what he does there. Now, a second holding I want to highlight is a glimpse into his wealthy lifestyle. He has a big art collection that's worth anywhere between $5 and $25 million. The form also shows Kushner once held Israeli bonds but divested from them, and the bonds could have led to a conflict because of the role the president has given him to broker a peace deal in the Middle East. Look, it's important to note at this point that the document is now certified, which means the Office of Government Ethics has reviewed it and is now vouching that Kushner is appropriately managing potential conflicts, Jake.
And to top it off, these forms came a day after a rather vocal administration critic left the Office of Government Ethics.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Walter Schaub, the former director of government ethics, as you pointed out, left his position without signing off on Kushner's financial disclosure forms. Schaub repeatedly criticized the White House for how it handled ethical issues, and his signature, Jake, would have provided added credibility to the document. But on his last day on the job, Schaub told me that his stamp of approval, even if he had given it, would not be a permanent blessing for anybody. Listen.
In the end, our regulation says we're certifying that on its face, there are no obvious conflicts of interest. That's not a free pass going forward.
It's not a clean bill of health.
That's right. It's not a clean bill of health. It's simply saying we have not detected any in our review of this report. It's a snapshot in time, not only of the report, but in terms of our analysis.
Now, for Kushner, the process of getting this form certified was not an easy one. There was a lot of back and forth between the agency and Kushner's lawyers. Kushner's lawyers say all the back and forth is completely normal given the complexity here, but clearly Kushner not taking the advice of several ethics experts who wanted to see Jared and Ivanka shed their assets completely, which we've now estimated tonight, based off of these forms, to be worth anywhere between $139 million and $626 million. Tonight, we're also seeing more about Ivanka's holdings. She has to file similar paperwork, which is still under review at the OGE, but you'll see a lot of similar holdings as her husband in her form. She does list a few fun things, lists residuals from The Apprentice, SNL, and Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Jake, I'll be going through the document in much more detail because there's a lot to be mined here.
All right, Christina Leshy, thanks so much. Joining me now to discuss this, Stephen Moore, CNN